What it do? What it do? It is your boy GamingAubs back up in here once again. Oh, once again, baby. All right. As your talent acquisition specialist, I'm just really just a recruiter, but as someone that's been in HR in the HR realm for about 10 years, I figure we're gonna pivot and do something that I could probably relate more to, maybe, and even give you my insights on things. I'm not no expert, I'm not an HR director, so the HR director would probably have a little bit more insight on some things that I don't know about. But I'm gonna give you some of my insights because I know how the world operates, I guess, and how it works, and I take it for what it is. So this title says it's job seekers. I can't speak. Never that I could, but job seekers speak out about pulled employment offers. Now, I kind of saw bits and pieces of this, I think, in the past. So I think the concept is that I don't know what. Let's get into it. Let's get into it before make assumptions.
Weeks after graduating from the University of Virginia, Liliana Nabhan's bags are packed to move across the country for her first ever job at a tech company in San Diego.
Peace, I want you to look at this woman. She looks nice. This is the type of woman I'm looking for. A woman that dresses nice, looks nice, business minded. She looks professional. So I just want y'all to understand that. So she doesn't necessarily have to be wearing a dress. Just look nice. She looks like a woman.
So I was just mostly excited to get started with my career.
But just days before graduating, the company that hired her said it was pulling her job offer.
Hearing that I was going to have to go back to the drawing board and re-find a job was, obviously really disheartening, especially being so close to my college graduation.
Nabhan is among a group of young job seekers increasingly sharing stories about landing jobs, only to have those job offers rescinded. Rescinded offer comments have risen 50% from last year on Fishbowl, a networking platform operated by job site Glassdoor. Companies like Meta and Amazon have acknowledged pulling job offers as they also lay workers off with concern about a slowing economy.
It's largely a reflection of what we're seeing.
Okay, so they didn't give us a whole lot of context. Maybe they will down the road. I will tell y'all something. As far as rescinded job offers, that happens all the time. That's been going on since the 90s. To be honest with you, I've had to rescind job offers because of just changes in business. I mean, now granted, she worked in the tech field, but see, the tech industry is kind of so like we kind of went over this before, and it's been explained multiple times. But during the pandemic, they hired a whole bunch of people because of people getting sick. They wasn't in the office, so they just hired a whole bunch of people. Once pandemic went away, now they gotta lay people off. And like I said, what a lot of companies are doing is that they're actually just kind of seeing who's gonna leave the company, and then once they leave the company, they're not filling the spot back. Kind of like what's happening with my team. Like we have some people that have left on my team and not in the HR, but just in our warehouse, and we're not replacing them because they were basically people that we brought in overfilled the positions, and now that everybody's showing up for work, what we're seeing is that people are actually getting more hours. They're also complaining about it, but they are getting more hours, right? But the rescinding thing is nothing new. I'm gonna suspect, like I said, she worked in the tech field, so yeah, they were laying people off. They probably hired her, and then something happened, and they was like, "Yeah, we gotta lay people off." So they laid people off. Then they turned around and then rescinded those job offers. So, but let's take a look before I dive too
In the
deep
broader
into
job
that.
market. So this tends to be more white collar related roles, and it tends to be interns or new grads.
LinkedIn.
I will also tell you something too, just for y'all know. If you're working a blue collar job, you're good. Don't worry about getting laid off. It's rare that blue collar guys get laid off. In fact, FYI for you women out there, if you want a man that has stable income, get you a blue collar guy because they're going to have the best chances at having a stable income versus a white collar guy, which is what I am, more white collared. Because white collar jobs tend to go away. And with the introduction to AI, I would tell you that my industry is going to start transforming. And I will be upfront with you. In the next probably next year to 2 years, we're going to see a reduction in people because AI is going to take over. A lot of companies are going to find ways to regulate it to where it works for them. And so a lot of my position, even my position could be eliminated pretty soon. But that's why you gotta have backup plans. And I do have a backup plan. At least I'm working on one. So
And says hiring for entry-level jobs requiring a college degree is down 45% this year, and
okay.
some with firm offers are being told to wait to start. A study from Intelligent.com says 28% of business school grads have had their start dates pushed to next year. Experts' advice to grads nervous about those early offers: don't stop job searching, research the company's financial standing, and cast a wide net.
Make sure that
Job searching, research the company's financial standing, and cast a wide net.
Okay, so I have never heard of that. Listen, I'm gonna tell you right now, that's a red flag for me. I'm just gonna tell you from an HR standpoint. That first off, I would even fight. First off, let me just say a couple things. Where I'm at, we're actually expanding our DC and we have to hire more people because we're getting new equipment. So new positions are going to start opening up. But we didn't start posting those positions until about last month. With that being said, we're slated to start actual hiring in July. Okay. I say last month, it was really at the beginning of this month into the end of the last month. But what we're doing is we're trying to get people in so we get them trained and stuff. That way, once we complete our, the equipment, the new equipment that we have to have, we'll be able to just kind of smooth transition people in and stuff. Now, HR managers running amok in a while, and I'm just, I'm like, oh, whatever, right? But I would tell you that a red flag is you graduate, let's say 2 weeks ago, you have a job offer, and they're talking about they're not going to start you till next year. That's a red flag because why in the world are they having to wait till next year to start you? That's a no. You need to keep looking for jobs and find a job that's going to start you soon. You should never have to wait more than a month to start a job. If you do, there has to be a reason. And one of the big things I would tell you is that sometimes they might be the new positions might be opening up because of a merger or a different software that they're going to use which require more people. But you need to have a better understanding on as to why are you having to wait so long, right, to start? Because that don't make no sense to have, especially if you're in the tech field. Why do you even start freaking next year? That don't even make sense. I would never even post a job trying to get candidates and then hiring them and telling them, oh, you can't start for another 6 months. That don't make no sense. Why? Listen, a company that does that, go find you another job because that is not a stable company. Or they got some people that don't know what the hell they doing. They gotta educate me because that doesn't make sense. And I even brought that up a while back with one of my HR managers. She was like, I wouldn't even hire. Matter of fact, when we was doing the whole, 'cause when we was talking about how do we gonna get new machines for the new process that we got going on. We've already known that that was gonna be a thing back in December. 'Cause we was already talking about it and kind of putting a preliminary plan together. But we said we wasn't gonna hire nobody pretty that soon. We said we was probably gonna wait till about a month before they complete the system before hiring because it doesn't make no sense to hire in February, March, bring these people in, or tell these people, oh, well, we'll see you in July. No, because she said that doesn't even make sense. Because she said that the GM wanted to hire people at the beginning of this year. And she said, no, that's stupid. It doesn't even make sense. to hire all these people and have them wait till July because they're not going to wait that long. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, that's a red flag. Don't do it, peeps. Keep it moving. Find another job. Find another job.
Make sure that the skills you're working on are transferable to other industries or other jobs.
Naban is moving to San Diego anyway for a fresh start.
Pick up a waitressing job somewhere.
I don't even know where the hell she at. Why the hell you moving to San Diego? The most expensive place to live. The enormous high employment. That is ridiculous. Come to Northwest Listen, go to Northwest Arkansas, go to Dallas. Well, don't do Atlanta. Don't do Atlanta. Move to North Carolina. Matter of fact, North Carolina is a hot spot, especially for tech. You want a fresh start? Move your ass to North Carolina. Come to North Carolina. Come to the Charlottesville area. Just come to Charlotte, North Carolina, and you will be amazed. Is cost of living high? Yes, but ain't no damn San Francisco. Yeah, not no damn. Come to Charlotte, peeps. Matter of fact, move to Northwest Arkansas because that's where it's happening at. I'm telling you, Northwest Arkansas is taking off. Dallas, you could go to Dallas. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think Dallas is gonna go because of Californians. San Antonio's another place to move to. San Antonio, and there's another hot spot in Tennessee. Um, is it Chattanooga? I think it's Chattanooga or Nashville, the Nashville area. Oh, Huntsville, Alabama. And matter of fact, the northwestern part of Alabama is a great place to move to. I just found that out recently. It's a pretty good place to move. But definitely the Huntsville area in Alabama. That's another good place to move. Probably better than Northwest Arkansas as far as like low cost of living. But come to North Carolina, we'll treat you good. You know what I'm saying? Because you're cute.
Or maybe just take some time to kind of pivot and really figure out what I want to do.
Not the new start she was hoping for, but a new start nonetheless. Brian Chung, NBC News.
Yeah. The only thing I'm gonna tell you about these poor job offers, that might happen because, like I said, they probably hire people during like towards the end of the pandemic, and then everything started slowing down. So now they had to lay off everyone, which is fine. It happens. Job recension is nothing new, but I will tell you that if you get a job and they're talking that it's gonna be more than a month out, unless you're working like in construction or some sort of blue collar position, if you're working in a white collar job, don't be taking that job. I mean, you could take it, but keep looking for another job because that job is probably not going to be there when it's time to when it's time. Just letting you know. Anyways, y'all let me know. Like, have y'all had issues with getting a job and then the company pulling a job offer? I would like to know because I could probably give you better insight as to why that might happen depending on the company because all companies are different. I would tell you that if Walmart gives you a job offer and rescinds that job offer, it's probably, especially if it's in like the warehouse, it would be because maybe you applied during the holiday season and they just found out maybe. Well, if it's a holiday season, yeah, I could see job offers being rescinded. That would be normal too. But if it's like during like right now, like maybe you got a job offer to start in 2 weeks and they rescinded it like yesterday, that I would have to kind of dive into to figure out one, where you located at. I know that Walmart at this point is like looking at different DCs and stores and they're closing them down. If they're not making money, they're closing them down. I will tell you right now, stores are being closed down because of theft. If you got a store in your area that has a high level of theft, it's getting shut down because Walmart's not making money; they're losing money, and because your city leaders don't want to do anything about the crime, Walmart has to pull away. So That's just kind of how it is. So, anyways, y'all let me know in the comments if y'all have had job offers rescinded. I haven't had a job offer rescinded, so I don't know anything about it too much other than from an HR standpoint, especially as a recruiter. Um, Matter of fact, let's look at something. I just saw comments. So, here we go. I was looking at this. It says here, I quit a job as a recruiter once because they had me resend hundreds of offers after I had collected all the new hires' personal info. Okay. It seemed very unfair and shady, and I didn't want to be associated with bad business. But she doesn't go into detail as to why she had to rescind offers, right? Oh yeah, yeah. That's crazy. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna speak about some of these comments. So people need to understand something about recruiters. Recruiters are just what they are. All they do is you apply for a job, they call you, set up the interview, schedule whatever. Okay, that's all they do. They're not there to make the decisions and companies and all that stuff. So you can't go after the recruiters. With that being said, if you're first off, if you're applying for a job and the pay, I was reading about the nursing lights or EMT. I don't know what extracting clinical data for HEDIS project. Okay, but that's different because you're not. I don't know. I don't know what that. I don't understand that. They say that you need a nursing license to do this, but there's a reason for it, right? Probably something to do with the medical field regulations and stuff, which I don't know anything about the medical field. But just understand a couple different things. Sometimes, um, I'm gonna tell you what happens. Sometimes you have managers that say that they need people when they really don't need people, and so you as a recruiter has already got people lined up, and then they're telling you, "Oh, we gotta, resend all those offers." That's just like right now. Like I said, we're doing good as far as hiring people, but at some point, I think I'm gonna have to resend a couple different offers because it's a new project. We are just assuming we need X amount of people, but we probably won't need that many people. And so they're probably going to end up being some people that's going to, I'm going to have to call back and say, hey, unfortunately, we won't be able to bring you on board because we've reached the max that's allowed, right? So, you know, I would just tell you that number one, if you have an offer that's rescinded, just keep it moving. Don't make a big deal out of it. It's not really a big deal. I will also tell you, even though you may have gotten hired for a job, you are not completely hired. And this is another thing I need to make sure that everyone's aware of. You are not completely hired until you have filled out the I-9. If you have not filled out an I-9, you are not hired. You are what they call a conditional offer. And that's contingent on what? Your background and your drug screen. And once those come back, you're still not hired. You are not hired until you have completed that I-9 form. So keep this in mind. Keep that in mind. So you need to keep looking for a job until you have filled out that I-9. And that's where they'll ask you for your documentation: passport, driver's license, social, EAD card, permanent resident card, foreign passport, your I-7 I-70. I forgot what it's called now. Um, I-766 form. So keep in mind, you're not hired until you fill out and sign the I-9. I am out. Y'all take care. Peace.